For years, the standard for rim tape for clinchers was Velox fiber tape. Good tape, but it is thick. It's 0.6 millimeters in thickness. But with the advent of tubeless tires, there's now a rim tape that's strong, and if you use it in 2 layers on the rim, it's only 0.2 millimeters in thickness, which means it's easier to get that bead of the tire up and over the rim. We now use tubeless tape, 1 layer for tubeless tires and 2 layers for clinchers. We're going to show you how to put on the tubeless tape, some tips and tricks for putting it on clincher rims. Let's take a look. To measure the width, probably the least accurate method is just to measure from one rim to the other with some calipers or a ruler. In this case, the rim to rim is 14.5, then add maybe 2 millimeters or so to take into account the depth of the central depression or groove of the rim. The reason this is not real accurate is that the central depression, it can vary from wheel to wheel. My favorite method is to take a piece of masking tape, place it on the outside, push it down one inside wall of the rim, down into the depression or groove, and then up the other side. Make sure it's all adherent. Then go ahead and mark the inside of the wall of the rim with your pencil. Notice how I'm going directly on the inside of the rim. Remove it. With our masking tape now we can get an accurate measurement. Those of us who are familiar with carpentry always start at the 1, because we never know when they cut these rulers if this truly is a 0 or not. So we'll start at 1 and then subtract from that. So on the 1, and then if we count the number of millimeters from this point over, this would be 26, subtract 1 would be 16 millimeters. Our second step is to clean thoroughly with some rubbing alcohol the inside of the rim to remove any previous tape adherent, glue, or anything else that was used. Alright, we've cleaned the rim, it's dried. We have our 16 millimeter tubeless tire tape. We're going to start, use the valve as a reference. We're going to start about up here, go over the valve, and we're going to do 2 layers. So we want to make sure that this is nicely put in the center, push down in the middle, and then up to each side. Hold some tension as we go down, pushing down the middle, up each side. Try not to create any air bubbles or remove any air as you do this. Alright, one of the keys is to really pull down firmly on the tape while you're pushing the center. Here we can see we've reached the end of this tape. We're going to go past it. The valve hole is actually down over here. I can feel it from the other side. So we're going to go around a second time. Now, I know I'm getting close to the valve because I can feel on the other side over here is the valve hole. I want to go past that and then I'll cut it. Again, I can feel the valve here. We'll go past it about a good couple of spokes, and then we'll cut this. And fasten it down. Now that we have the tape all the way around, double layer, we need to punch a hole for the valve itself. And let's see if we can locate this. Here is the valve hole. And we're going to come in with a pointed spoke. This is a spoke we filed down. And poke through so we can find out where that hole is. And here we have it. Alright, here's the hole that the pointed spoke came through. It's hard to widen it with the spoke itself. We don't want to cut an X because the tape may rip. We could take some pointed scissors and try to cut around, but here's what I do. We're up in the kitchen where I'm heating up the end of a Phillips head screwdriver over the gas burner, and I'll go ahead and just nicely poke a hole right through. Move it around just a little bit. We have the perfect valve hole. Alrighty, now we have our tubeless tape on here. We're ready to mount the tire and tube and be on our way. If you have any additions, changes, please comment below. Please subscribe to keep up with our latest videos. This is Tony of Tony 10 Speed. Safe cycling.